Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the Nakshatra transition of the planet Jupiter in transit. So now we all know this thing that planet Jupiter, which is currently transiting in the Aries sign. But guys, on February 3rd, Jupiter within the Aries sign, it will move from the nakshatra of Ashwini to the nakshatra of Bharani. So from 3rd February till April 17th, Jupiter is going to be transiting in a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Venus. So how it is going to be influencing all the rising signs, that is something which we will try to understand in this video. So guys, like the way you know this thing that whenever we talk about the actual results which gets generated in the transit of planets, so majority of those results comes from that in which nakshatra within that zodiac sign planet is transiting. It's the actual power of that nakshatra which somehow gets triggered whenever a planet transit over it. And guys, definitely if you have to understand the difference between how the energy is going to get transition now. So like a lot many times when people come to me and they say this thing that okay, if you talk about the Jupiter, which is the most auspicious planet, it is the planet of finances, opportunity, overall prosperity in the life. So now in any avenue of the life you can take this example or reference, like okay, if I am a matrimonial seeker, so I keep on getting those prospective offers, but nothing is getting materialized. For any of the commercial concern of yours, money has started coming in, but I'm not able to invest it, I'm not able to preserve it or save it. So now guys, for all these kind of concerns, somehow the energy of the Bharani tend to remain very supportive. So now guys, after knowing little bit about what planet Jupiter represents in all of our life, and the way I have mentioned that when we talk about Ashwini, so Ashwini is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Ketu. Now Ashwini, there's a lot of the quickness which is attached over there. So definitely Ashwini in a very esoteric, mysterious way can generate results for you, and nothing would be better than that. If you have something to do with the teaching, with the training, with the herbs, with the acquisition of knowledge, this could have been a very good transit for you. But if your majority of the concerns are very this could be commercial, which could be very material, or something to do with making some lifetime decision, like doing some investments in your family life as well, in your personal life as well, so Bharani tend to remain a very supportive energy. Now why I'm saying this thing? So first of all, Bharani is ruled by the planet Venus, which in itself represents wealth, finances, luxury, happiness, enjoyment. Second thing is that even if you will dig deep into the attributes and qualities of the Bharani, so even the name in itself can be translated as the one who bears. Like I would say that because this nakshatra is connected with the womb. This nakshatra is connected with the reproductive organ. So that also tells about that here we are not only talking about in a very literal sense, take it in a very symbolic way, that one who impregnates with some new idea, with some able to kind of preserve any of those opportunities which are coming to you and lay foundation to something very concrete, very substantial. And obviously, like if your concerns are of marriage, like let's say for example, ever since Jupiter has transited to the Aries sign, and if it has transited to your first house, third house, seventh house or 11th house, and astrologers have been predicting that okay, now is the time when you are going to get married, or now is the time when you are going to get more commercial opportunities. Things have started triggering up, but nothing is getting materialized. So in those kind of concerns, Jupiter's shift to the Bharani will be very supportive for all these seekers. And like the way guys, I was talking about the innate qualities of the Bharani. So with the Bharani, the gods, even the gods which preside over this nakshatra are the Lord of time and death, which is the Yama, goddess Kali. So there's a lot of fierceness and severity which is also attached with this nakshatra as well. So apart from like I've seen like people who are prominently in the influence of the Bharani, they're very innocent, childlike kind of charm in their personality. They know this art of how to get the attention of the opposite sex or based on your sexual orientation, and also like creative talents, being very punctual, being very timetable oriented, and that kind of very wise kind of aura surrounding your personality, very true and very loyal friend. So all these are the qualities which are generally attached with the this Bharani Nakshatra. So yes guys, that was just a basic overview, but definitely like the way I have already mentioned this thing, if you are expecting any of the commercial or auspicious news in your family life, this shift of the planet Jupiter in the Bharani from February 3rd till April 17th is going to be very good news for a lot many people. So okay guys, now we will briefly look at that based on your Lagna, how this shift in the energy of the planet Jupiter is going to be influencing you. Like the way guys, I always say this thing that whenever we talk about the involvement of the nakshatra, not only it's the nakshatra only which trigger the results, but nakshatra also tells about the true intent, like with which intent you are pursuing anything. Like the way guys, in my case, if I have a Rahu in Aries, so I do not have, like the way people say, looking at my prominent 8th house, that it might have something more to do with the sensual aspect, but my Rahu is placed in the Ashwini. It actually put me into healing. My moon nakshatra is a Sadbisha, which is actually known as the 100 physicians. So even if my ascendant lord planets are placed in the 8th house, but they are placed in the Anuradha, which has again to do with the devotion, with the rituals. So that is how you have to connect the dots. So looking on surface, whatsoever picture is coming to you, when you dig deep into the involvement of the nakshatras, then that actually give you the real picture or the true intent or real personality. So guys, now starting first with the Aries natives. So definitely guys, in your case, Jupiter is the lord of your 9th house and the 12th house, and it is transiting in your 1st house. It's a very good indication that the lord of the Bhagyasthana is transiting in your 1st house. Now guys, the good part is that now the shift in the energy will take place in such a fashion that from the finances point of view, now the things or the wheel will start turning in your favor, because in your case Venus has got a rulership over your 2nd house of your finances, of your family, and 7th house of all of your commercial concerns. And second thing is that guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, that for all those people who are single, who are seeking any of the matrimonial prospects and all, so even for them as well, this shift in the energy of Jupiter within the Aries in the Bharani will be very supportive. And definitely guys, because I mentioned this thing that with Bharani it's all about getting impregnated with new ideas. So I would say this thing that during this time you will be able to save money as well. During this time, all those people who are on a lookout for expanding their family, for progeny concerns, time period will seem to be very favorable for them. So overall guys, it is a very auspicious shift in the energy of the planet Jupiter for the Aries Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, so guys, definitely in your case, as you can see that Jupiter is going to be transiting in the star of your ascendant lord. So that in itself is a very good indication. Now again guys, because at the end of the day, results come from the house where the planet is transiting. So definitely Jupiter is not a very favorable planet for you, and it is transiting in the 12th house, and over there now it is going to get shifted to your ascendant lord's star. So that in itself tells about that if any of the concerns of yours are somehow connected with the matters of the 12th house, anything to do with the foreign settlement or work related or overseas opportunities, this is going to be a very beneficial time for you. Also guys, for anything to do with the tantra, mantra, shastras and all, so for that as well the time period seems to be very promising as well. Definitely guys, the expenses are going to rise, but the good part is that they will be done on something which is going to be very good for you. Like the way guys, I always say this thing, a lot many times we do not realize this thing, that if suddenly something is happening, so sometimes the planet is hard bent in making you honor a energy, honor a time which has got created for you. Like the way I keep on giving my example as well, I got majority of my tattoos, my body tattoos, at a time when I was going through the typical yoga of accident and surgeries. So that is how you have to honor the energy. So I would say that there will be expenses which will rise for you, but they will add some value or they will serve some life purpose. So I'm not saying, see, had it been a planet like Rahu in the 12th house, had it been a planet like Saturn and all, they might end up, you know, giving you expenses on things which are not very healthy. This could be court cases, this could be all the unhealthy things, this could be on the hospital bills and all. But here we're talking about a very auspicious planet. So I would say this thing that yes, the time period is going to be driven towards heightened awareness, expenses on religious, spiritual things, overseas work related travel, and this is how this transit is going to be working out for the Taurus Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see that Jupiter has got a rulership over your 7th house and the 10th house, and in the transit it is going to now go in the nakshatra of your 5th house and the 12th house lord. So guys, definitely it is a very good time, specifically for all those people who are invested in all those kind of businesses where there is a lot of risk, uncertainty, and making too much money in a short span of time is getting applicable. Like you're an artist, you're a creative person, it's going to be a very beneficial time for you. Like I would say that during this time, whatsoever you will release, it is going to strike a chord with your audience. And also guys, I would say this thing that try to keep yourself very positive, mindfulness, surrounding yourself with the like-minded people, because you are very kind of eligible for some right sort of inspiring thoughts which will be instilled in your mind. So overall guys, it's a very uplifting time for the Gemini Lagna natives. And also guys, the way I have mentioned this thing that your 7th house lord is also planet Jupiter. So for all those people who are on a lookout for matrimonial alliances, you're looking for any funding, sponsorship, getting into some business partnership and all, so you will definitely run into the right people, right opportunities, surrounded by right or being in the right environment seems to be on the cards for you. And also guys, definitely Jupiter is kind of now getting into the nakshatra of your 5th house lord as well. So very auspicious time for the childbirth related concerns as well. Like this could be you are scheduling your IVF or any of the concerns. So the time period seems to be very, very promising for the Gemini Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that Jupiter has got a rulership over your 6th house and the 9th house, and in the transit it is going to enter your 4th house and the 11th house lord in the 10th house. So again guys, this is a good time, specifically when we talk about comforts, enjoyment, and healthy cordial relationship with your bosses or at your workplace. Now nothing could be better than that if in your line of work, like public service is involved, dealing with important people is involved, or any of those concerns where you want to impress people with your charm, with your allure and all. So like you are the face of any brand, you are the face of any project and all. So I would say that things will work out in your favor. So yes guys, Jupiter is already your lord of your house of luck and fortune, house of your immigration concerns, long distance travel, guidance, mentorship, teaching, training, and now getting into the nakshatra of the 4th house and the 11th house. So the way I mentioned this thing that during this time, if any guidance is coming to you, any advice is coming to you, that will stick to you, that will stick with you. So like a lot many times what happen is that like people are keep on giving us good advices, either we are not able to understand the deeper encrypted wisdom in it, or even if we have understood it, we are not able to implement it. But now you are going to be heading a time where well guided by right set of people, taking some important decision, right set of people, very charming people entering your life, those kind of words, those kind of people who actually impresses you, influences you deep within. Because when it comes down to the Cancer, the only thing which describes them is their emotions. Reaching their heart becomes their emotions. Moving their emotion becomes very important. So during this time, all of that can get materialized. And definitely guys, if you are an artist by yourself and you create art in any form, so it's a very good time for reaching a wider audience. So overall, it's a good transit for you. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, Jupiter, which is a 5th house lord, 8th house lord, and now it is going to be entering the nakshatra of your 10th house and the third house lord. So definitely guys, during this time, Jupiter's transit in the ninth house has got everything to do with the pilgrimage, higher wisdom, learning, being well guided by people, luck supporting you in majority of your endeavors, and overall, because now it is going to be transiting in the nakshatra of the Venus. So I would say this thing that any of the travels which will happen during this time, they will prove to be very harmonious for you. This could be work related travel, this could be any of your business commercial travels. So they will prove to be very therapeutic, very rejuvenating, very promising for you. Second thing is that guys, because third house lord is also like involved somehow, because Jupiter is going to go in its nakshatra. So if you're already undergoing any training, you're trying to acquire any skill or something, so you'll be able to understand the nitty gritty of it, or able to, because I still remember guys, there are like those cases where I still remember at the time when I was going through my palmistry course from Bharati Vidya Bhavan. I got so obsessed with it. I was so passionate about it. And like even before completion of my course, I have already started posting videos on palmistry on my channel. So that sort of passion for something and quick result connected with it. So yes guys, friends will prove to be very supportive for you. And if you are trying to initiate any of those important tasks, so during this time you'll be able to get the right set of relevant support for initiating those tasks. And I have already mentioned, if your field is somehow connected with teaching, training, guiding people, giving counseling to people, mentoring people, you are connected with the fields of law, banking, finance and all. So overall the planets seems to be very favorable for the Leo Lagna natives. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case definitely Jupiter is already transiting in your 8th house, being your 4th and the 7th house lord, and now it is going to go into the nakshatra of the planet Venus as well. So okay guys, when we talk about specifically Bharani and Jupiter being over there, so if you are researching anything which has to do with the reproduction, agriculture, research, occult and all, so your mind could be suddenly, in like the way we say about the epiphanies and awakenings, suddenly some idea got instilled in your mind. In that regard, this could be beneficial for you. But let's say for example your overall chart is afflicted, so definitely this also creates a yoga of distraction because of the sensual aspect coming in the way of grabbing the true innate knowledge. That is the one thing. Second thing is that, and guys, that is the only reason we say this thing, that why a lot many times even highly spiritually elevated people get entangled into sex scandals and all of that, because once your chakras get activated, so the energy which gets generated after that, it's not very easy to handle. So that is the only reason I'm mentioning this thing, that if the overall chart is afflicted and there is not much of the discipline and restraint in your life, then it can go haywire. So over there you have to be careful. Second thing is that guys, definitely because Jupiter is going to be transiting in the nakshatra of your second house lord. So there is going to be again guys, when we talk about Jupiter, it's not about the expenses which are unhealthy. Understand this thing, it's not about Rahu, it's not about Saturn where hospital bills or your bills of the bar where you are spending your money. I would say that if you are in that acquisition of knowledge, so during this time suddenly you are putting too much money in enrolling for different classes, different certification, and enrolling for different alternative form of healing and all. So regarding that as well, this could be seen as a good time period. And lastly guys, because again I would say this thing, that it all comes down to the evolutionary level of the soul, your overall innate planets, in which condition they are placed, but any of the concerns of your overseas settlement, because 8th house also tells about your sea travel. In our older palmistry astrology books, it has been mentioned as the Samudri Yatraएं, sea travel. So I would say this thing, that yes, any of the concerns of uprooting yourself and trying to settle down in overseas, in a far away foreign lands and all, over there as well, this could be promising time for you. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case Jupiter is your 3rd house and the 6th house lord, transiting in your 7th house, and now it is going to be entering your ascendant and the 8th house Lord's Nakshatra. So again guys, it's a very good time period, because during this time the chances are going to be very strong that you will only run into those people who are gonna serve some purpose in your life. So because guys, 7th house is the out there open public, we call this thing, and this is also the house of your business partnership. This is also the house of your matrimonial alliances and all. So I would say this thing that if you're single, you're on a lookout for a match or partner, it's a good energy. Second thing is that any of the commercial concerns of your public image and all, it's a very uplifting time for you. And third thing is that even like whatever experiences you're going to have out there in the world, they will definitely add some value to you. Jupiter is the actual planet of wisdom. So I would say this thing that with your public encounter, that they will teach you a lot during this time. Again guys, because these days, from the past couple of like days, I'm doing a mall activity. So when I'm doing videos from like this, or when I'm doing consultation online, there is still a wall between me and between the clients and all. But when you are out there in the marketplace, people are coming to you, they are sharing their experiences, looking at their body language, looking at their life journey, you learn a lot from that. So that is what, those are the sort of experiences I'm telling you for over here. So overall guys, it's a very uplifting time for you, something which is connected with your life purpose. This is how this transit is going to be influencing you, and in your business, commercial department and all these things, some major important decision you will be able to take. Life will definitely put you in those situations. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpio rising natives, Jupiter being your 2nd house and the 5th house Lord is already transiting in your 6th house, and now it is going to go in the nakshatra of your 7th house and the 12th house Lord. So guys, definitely for any of the concerns of like I would say health related concerns, or your lawsuit related concerns, or any of the enmity, rivalry on your daily work life, this is definitely going to have an impact. Now guys, here I'm not seeing like, because again, like the way I mentioned this thing, even if a planet is transiting from the Dushtana Bhava, important is to understand the true innate nature of that planet. Jupiter does not give you unhealthy expenses. Jupiter never gives you unhealthy relationship and all. So I mean to say that in your like during this time at your workplace, had there been some hidden challenges, hidden some sort of enmity, cold vibes with your subordinates, within your team members, so this entry of Jupiter in the nakshatra of the planet Venus will definitely prove to be very fruitful for you. Because guys, before this Jupiter was transiting in the Ashwini. Ashwini does not have much to do with the cordial relationship and all, but Venus has got a lot to do over there. So again guys, pertaining to the matters of improvement or ameliorating your relationship with your co-workers, your subordinate, it's a very good time period. Second thing is that to get into some new health regime and all, because guys, when we talk about the Bharani Nakshatra, there is a lot of punctuality, discipline and extreme transformation which is attached over there. So over there as well, this is going to be a very good supportive news for you in your daily health, nutrition, diet plans and all. You want to make some amendments or changes, this is going to be a very good news for that as well. The only way guys, I'm seeing you a little bit vulnerable in this context is that because 6th house also tells about like when we talk about any of the competitive spirit and all. So over there could be sudden like a challenging situation which you might have to deal with. And again guys, because and during this time you might have to work hard to like if you are in a matrimonial bond where you're already going through some troubled times, or your partner is very demanding. So over there this could be kind of a burdensome time for lot many Scorpio Lagna natives. But overall guys, in your daily work life, and we cannot even overlook this fact that in your case 6th house belongs to your ascendant Lord only. So this is a sort of a expertise or skill with which you are born. That is the only reason Scorpio Lagna natives tend to remain highly competitive. They end up climbing ladder of success and having some important leadership positions with them, because 6th house attributes comes naturally to their personality. So that is the only reason I'm saying this thing, that Jupiter's shift in the Bharani will prove to be fruitful in lot many ways. but in your immediate relationship with your partner, your spouse and all, over there could be some burdensome responsibilities, additional responsibilities which you have to bear. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, definitely guys, it's a transit and transition in the nakshatra placement of your ascendant lord Jupiter taking place in your fifth house. So guys, Jupiter is now going to enter the nakshatra of your 6th house and the 11th house lord. So again guys, the good part about the Bharani is that Bharani has got a lot of the creative spark which is attached to it. Bharani is a typical nakshatra which is connected with womb, which is about impregnated. This could be a new life, or this could be a new idea, a new business venture. So if in any capacity you are planning to initiate something in your life which has a direct impact in your profession, in your personal family life and all, the time period seems to be very favorable. And guys, the good part over here is that for any of your commercial opportunities, your contacts, your reputation in the market will definitely play a very important role. During this time, you'll be able to give very right set of advice to people as well. And lastly guys, for all those people who are like students, either you're going through your higher studies or you have to go through that phase or round of clearing the competitive or what do you call that, entrance exam or on-campus job placement and all. So overall, it's a very uplifting, very supportive time for the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Also guys, for people who are heavily invested in stock market trading and all, time period seems to be favorable for them. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case now, as you can see that Jupiter, which has got a rulership over your 12th house and your 3rd house, now it is going to enter the nakshatra of your 5th house and the 10th house. So guys, when we talk about Jupiter being in the nakshatra of your Yokarka planet, that will definitely have some very good news attached for a lot many people. Like the way when I started this video, I mentioned this thing that the only difference between Jupiter being in the Ashwini to Bharani is that Ashwini can create some quick results for you, quick opportunities for you, could give you some healing solution. But when we talk about those financial opportunity which come, they should last with us. Those matrimonial proposals which are in talks, in consideration, why they are not getting finalized. So Jupiter being in the Bharani just tells about that all these kind of stability, long investment, where things should stick with you. They should stay with you. So regarding that front, it is going to be very good news. And guys, we all know this thing that in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Jupiter attains exaltation in the 4th house. So the point which I am trying to say over here is that for any of your concerns of this could be childbirth, progeny, or if in your line of work you are working in the fields where designing or people like personal relationship, your rapport and all is involved, so all those people can definitely thrive or flourish, and nothing could be better than that. Because it's not only that Jupiter is going to go in the nakshatra of the Venus. Jupiter from over here looks at the house which Venus rules, the 10th house. So that in itself means that if in any capacity you have an art gallery, anything to do with the home decor, you're working as an architect, you are a designer and all, so lot many people will be flooded with lot many new opportunities. Guys, we know this thing that Saturn is already, your ascendant lord is already strengthened in your 2nd house, and 2nd house in itself tells about, not only tells about your childhood, the inculcated virtues and values, but it also tells about all those things which we have accumulated. 11th house just gives you income, but whatever you are able to amass, that is from the 2nd house. So Saturn being strengthened in the its Mool Trikona sign in the 2nd house, giving its 3rd aspect, your ascendant lord I'm talking about, and with this dignity of the planet Jupiter shifting to your Yokaraka Nakshatra is a good news. So in your family life, you know, getting stabilized with your relationship, stabilizing and maintaining some big opportunities, financial opportunities and all. And definitely guys, if you are in public service, so amassing the support of people. And guys, when we talk about Bharani or Venus, it has more to do with the charm, elegance, and specifically here I'm not talking about the domain of the Purva Falguni, which has more to do with the comfort, enjoyment and scintillating glitter and charm in your persona. When we talk about Bharani, the sexual charm and attraction, magnetic attraction also comes into picture. So definitely guys, overall it's a uplifting, very supportive time for lot many Capricorn Lagna natives, and nothing could be better than that. If you are working as an architect, interior decor designer, you have an art gallery, jewelry, artificial jewelry business, something like that, it is going to be a very good transition of the planet Jupiter. Lot many investments, lot many opportunities in store for the Capricorn Lagna. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, Jupiter is going to be shifting its nakshatra, entering into your Yog Karaka planet, Venus's nakshatra, taking place in your third house. So guys, definitely third house, which tells about your initiatives, third house which tells about your communication, your connections and all. So Jupiter being in the nakshatra of Bharani is a good news in this way, because when we talk about the strong bonding, so guys, out of all the air houses like third house, 7th house, 11th house, it's that the legal binding happens in the 7th house. Strong like-minded association happens from the 11th house. But there's a lot of the casual frivolousness which is generally attached with the third house when it comes down to maintaining those connections and all. But now, because Jupiter is going to enter the nakshatra of Venus, so there's a lot of scope and provision for you to run into like-minded people, whatsoever projects or ideas you have in your mind for a long time, but you're not able to kickstart them, or in order to kickstart them, things gets triggered, but again come back to the point zero. But now is the time for you to take them to the final implementation, execution, get the relevant support from people, get into some good bonds with people, and nothing could be better than that. If you are a creator, you are a motivational speaker, you are an influencer, you are in sales, media, marketing, so lot many people will stand a chance to run into or acquire some very heavy, some very big accounts as well. So overall guys, whether you are a freelance person, you are a self-employed person, it is a very good news. The good thing is that Venus in your case becomes your house lord of the house of fortune as well, 4th house of inner contentment as well. So things which will be very fulfilling for you, or which will uplift you. So I would say that those sort of agreement, signing contracts, running into those people, and relevant support helping you to kickstart or initiate all those things which have been long impending. So I would say that overall it's a very good time period, or very good transit of the planet Jupiter. Lot many connections, lot many opportunity, increase in your public image, reputation. So it has only good things in store for the Aquarius Lagna natives. And lastly guys, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Jupiter becomes your definitely your ascendant lord and the 10th house lord, transiting in your 2nd house. But now it is going to be shifting its nakshatra, entering your 3rd house and the 8th house lord's nakshatra. Like the way guys, when I started this video, I mentioned this thing. Nakshatra just tells about the intent with which a planet's energy function. So I would say this thing, that whenever the 8th house and the 3rd house energy comes into play, so it's a very good time for some long-term investments. And let's say for example, if you are waiting for any inheritance, any of those work which you have done in the past, or money which got struck in the past, so during this time you will definitely stand a chance to get back that money as well. So yes guys, and the development which is going to happen during this time will happen in a very sudden transformative way. Like let's say for example, a lot many times what happen is that during the course of the time, there was this person you were in contact with, then you lose contact. This could be on bitter terms or on good terms, but now this person can serve some important purpose. This could be for your finances, for your business aspiration and all. So now the transit in the nakshatra of the planet Jupiter can actually bring those kind of old archives, old people in your suddenly in your life as well, which will definitely add some value to your finances. So yes guys, and the way I have mentioned this thing, that because the 3rd house lord's nakshatra we are talking about, so that sort of force, that sort of headstrongness and that determination, never say die approach and attitude will be reflected in your financial dealings, in your financial execution. Family will definitely prove to be very supportive. So overall guys, I'm not seeing you guys any vulnerable. You will be able to take lot many risks during this time, and for all those people who stand a chance of any inheritance, any royalties, or the money which got lost in the past and you lost some hope, so sudden sequence of events can also make you stand a chance to get that money back as well. So overall guys, it's a very good time. And for all those people in whose line of work, like public speaking is involved, but majorly like you are a speaker, but you talk on the topics which are very Venusian in nature. So this could be a very good time for you as well. Like you are a so-called modern day relationship guru, you are talking on all those kind of taboo sexual topics and all. So this is going to be a very good transit for all those people as well. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.